fruit tree propagation, scion wood and grafting.
Hi, this is Emily from Natural Health for Life, and this morning I'm on my way to Oregon from Seattle, driving down to the Portland area for a Home Orchard Society propagation. Alright, so here we are at the Home Orchard Society Plant Propagation Fair. It's lunchtime, so the crowd has thinned out a little bit. I thought you might be able to see what was going on a little better, but as you can see, they have rows and rows and tables of these buckets filled with scion wood. And each one is a different variety of apples, pears, plums. We've got all sorts of stuff. And it's basically sticks. It's a special kind of stick depending on where it grows on the tree. And these are
hello everybody.
We're gonna
just wanted to announce another door prize winner. Yeah.
Wow, I just couldn't catch a break on that audio there. Every time I started recording, they wanted to give away another door prize. So I'm going to switch over to voiceover for the rest of the video, and I hope that is much more pleasant for you. We saw the scion wood, and now what we're seeing is a grafting table. And this guy is a professional orchardist. He grafts lots of these trees, and he's using a tongue and groove grafting system. So he has a little ramp. I guess we already watched it, but he had that little white block, and it has a hole cut out at just the right angle, about a 30-degree angle. So he goes over the scion wood and the rootstock at the same angle with his sharpened chisel, and he just cuts those off. You can see the rootstock that he's holding has about a 1-inch area of exposed cut. And once he cuts it, he dipped it in the cup of water. You might have caught that. And now what he's doing is putting it in a little guillotine type thing and doing a back cut, which is the tongue of the graft. He's cutting that back toward himself, a little flap along the exposed surface, and that's where the two pieces of wood are going to lock together. So each one now has a 1-inch exposed surface and a 1/2-inch flap cut into that. And they're actually cut so nicely that they could probably hold together. It looks like he's holding them just with his hands. Now that's a very fragile connection. We wouldn't want to leave it like that. But the key is that you want to get just under the bark. There's a green layer called cambium, which is where all of the sap and nutrients and liquids flow up from the rootstock into the scion wood, or the regular branches of the tree, but the scion wood in this case. So we want to make sure that they're touching. The two little pathways are connected so that the scion wood will fruit, or it'll open its buds in the spring. It'll have enough water and nutrients to do that. So after he makes the cuts, he puts the sticks together and he ties it off with a grafting band. This is essentially a lightweight rubber band. And I had some of these and I ran out and I went to Office Depot and used rubber bands from there. And so he's tying a knot in the bottom of it. And when these two things are connected, or I'm sorry, when the scion wood and the rootstock are connected, the grafting band is like an ace bandage. It kind of gently squeezes and holds it in place. And then he puts this grafting glue on the top and the bottom to seal out any moisture, bacteria, disease that could get in and infect the area. He's also putting some on the tip of the scion wood so that he can make sure that area doesn't become infected either. Basically, anywhere there's a cut that's exposed to the environment, you want to seal that off. And so now this will dry and it's essentially ready to plant. You could put the rootstock in a nursery pot, or you could plant it out in a garden at this point. The roots will grow and send that energy up to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to watch our other videos. We've got a couple really nice ones of me actually doing this at home after I went home from the event. I really got into this and bought some rootstock there and brought home my free scion wood, and I go into a lot more detail of the actual mechanics so that you can see how to do the grafting if that's something that you want to do yourself. But the rootstock costs $2 or $3 each, so compare that to $20 to $30 for the cost of a tree. This is a skill that if you choose to learn it, you can really save yourself a lot of money if you're doing any kind of large installation of fruit trees. Please be sure to subscribe and like this video so that others who are interested in grafting and the Home Orchard Society can see what it's all about. And don't forget to visit us online at naturalhealthforlife.com. You can see more about what I'm doing in my edible urban garden.